Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. I'm your host, Nirbande, and today we're going to be talking about the review of sort of the finale of Open Heart 3. What are the impressions or the last impressions of Open Heart? Now, just before I mention Open Heart, it's been in choices for a long time now. It started in 2019, around that time. Well, it was released before I came into choices in 2019. So when I came into choices, it was already there, and I read it around October, November, maybe November, and it was a hit. So it's a really a nostalgia because it came to an end after a long time, and the book too, when it released in the year of pandemic, it went into hiatus twice, long hiatuses, and it came back with a blast, the senator case, and we almost lost an ally. It was a whole lot of thing there. But the way book 3 ended, it was the end of a generation, to be honest, of characters, love interest, and a lot of books can pick up after Open Heart because the profession of doctor, how MC used to solve the case. Now we're seeing laws of attraction. So, we can, this thing will be picked up, the system, sort of how we do it, the love interest, a lot of things went right, went wrong. So it would be a great book in terms of that, and the relationship we formed there, our friends, the wide group, the ways we solved cases, the medical drama. It was awesome. So the last chapter, I was expecting a little bit more, boom, but it was good. We start our usual day with the diagnostics team diagnosing patient, and there was a melody there, it being our last day. This is the last time we'll be solving cases. Then we get our board results back, we get to know what others future would be like. Sienna sort of is gonna stay there as a pediatrician, and then Jackie's gonna be staying another year for something. Aurora will be moving to Mass Kenmore. Elijah is still doing his own research work. And as to our main character will be the lead of diagnostics team, because since Naveen out of the hospital, Ethan is going to be the chief of medicine. So that I kind of felt different to me because MC is just out of the residency, and not out of the residency, like out of his internship or their internship, and suddenly becoming the head of diagnostics team, where we have Tobias or Embry, former chief Embry. That was kind of I took it with a little bit of grain of salt, but Danielle Jordan freaking Valentine, in one of the episodes, what she told me, that it would have been better if something like Big Sky Country had happened. That is, we would have been given a vision of what's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years. So they could have skipped 3 years or 5 years, and they would have showed us what is going to happen. And that is basically our MC getting the diagnostic head spot after a hard work, how our lives stand. Maybe we're married with our love interest, maybe we have kids or not. They could have given us a choice. What we're doing, we're pursuing another thing, or what we're living, what's happening. So they could have gone about that a little bit, just like they did in Big Sky Country. I think Big Sky Country's ending was a really perfect ending, the way they show us the vision, sort of. Here they don't do that, and at the end I felt like, again, a lot of people complaining like Ethan's heart instead of Open Heart, but I see the point why Ethan would be dominated character, because it's the like how Ethan and Naveen were connected with each other. Ethan even went through a lawsuit because of Naveen, and the same relationship is between Ethan and our main character, the mentor-mentee relationship. So, and it's even more than that, because we can pursue Ethan as a love interest. So that way, we also see at the end Ethan. We have a conversation about, we can also agree or disagree with Ethan, because it says it's been a long time, and now you're not just you're not someone who just works under Ethan, but you're also someone who is equal to Ethan. That was a great point there. And then we have a conversation with Ethan, how things are going, how far we've come. So I felt like, in terms of just Ethan, so people who have pursued Ethan as a love interest, I think this is really emotional for them. And it is just like I said, Ethan is the dominant ally, and the story revolves around him, and you can't do anything about it. This is how the story was made. It was meant to be Ethan and the main character. That's how it is. Yeah, in terms of one love interest book, that's how it goes. So it was meant to be like that, and then they added bunch of other love interests, but mainly not as important as Ethan, because that's how it was destined to be. And that's why I said, if they earlier planned that, they should have gone with a gender customizable and race customizable Ethan. That would have made more sense. But that's it. That's how it ends. Emotional ending with our friend. We walk out of Edenbrook Bloom Hospital and just watch it back, remember our days, and it was happy. And also we sort of get a settlement with Bloom. We see Bloom and Naveen signing an agreement that Bloom wouldn't meddle with the things in the hospital. That settles it. He would be doing his research only, but taking any patient or putting any patient in the placebo or something, Bloom ain't gonna meddle with that. So that's settled. A happy ending. Edenbrook is still Bloom's Edenbrook, but that way it ended. I would say they could have done something more definitely with the ending, but how they went about it, it was emotional, because you are with this book for a long time, so it's definitely emotional. All the characters, seeing them for the last time, and you get a big diamond scene to have the intimate scene, the hookup scene, the final hookup scene with your love interest, and to let them tell you the I love you and sort of the big thing. So it was a good. I think they could have given more in terms of going back to their apartment with our old group, with Raphael, Aurora, and others, like even Raphael and Bryce, and just having a sort of get together there for one last time. A big diamond scene. They should have been there, or maybe they could have just extended it a little bit more till chapter 17 to include all those things. But all in all, it was emotional. A lot of things. People felt they wanted Esme or they wanted Aurora as allies, but that didn't happen anywhere. But all in all, this book was great. All the medical drama, all the hardships, all the disease and cure we went throughout this book, all the characters, all the love we got, all the things we saw, all the things we witnessed. It was a great book, one to remember in Choice's history, and it's been my pleasure to be talking about a book like Open Heart, though I started from Open Heart Book 3. I was not with Open Heart Book 1 and Open Heart Book 2, but nevertheless, Open Heart Book 2 I enjoyed reading the most, and it was a great book. Let me know your favorite memories of Open Heart Book if you have read it in the comment section below. See you in the next video. See ya. Peace out.